Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing really well. I'm so sorry that I haven't been posting recently. There's a whole bunch of shit going on with me, and yeah, I just got out of the cadence of doing my videos and I haven't been reading a whole lot and just trying to take a little bit of a step back and try to get out of this funk that I've been in, that I've been constantly talking about, by the way. But I've been having some trouble with working too much and not doing a whole lot of anything else. So I'm trying to break out of that, because with the way that my brain works and the mental health issues that I have, being a workaholic is just par for the course with what I'm dealing with. So I was so excited to hop on today and share yet another Halloween haul with you guys. So this is, like I said, I mean, the Halloween hauling is going to be a little bit smaller this year than usual. And I have to say that I'm buying more everyday sort of pieces instead of just things for spooky season. But as someone who has kind of like a Halloween sort of spooky gothic themed home 365, I definitely wanted to be a little bit more choosy this year on the things that I was buying. And I'm also doing a little bit of renovation in my house. We're going to be doing some painting and stuff like that, and I wanted to have a few things to put up around that would stay up all year. So we have a little bit of everything here, and like I said, mostly 365 decor. And there's a couple pieces actually that I had bought that I think I'm going to be returning. So I'll explain all of that once we get into the video. So I hope you guys enjoy the Halloween hauls. There'll be some more coming throughout the season as well. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and let me know if you want to see more Halloween hauling this year. Okay, so starting out with spooky dishes, and Matthew and I wanted to get a whole new set of dishes along with like some spooky offerings as well. Our dishes that we've had since I think before we moved into this house, and they're all chipped and they're faded and they're all different colors and stuff. So we did go ahead and buy just a full set of like plain black dishes, which is fantastic. I mean, obviously black is very much my aesthetic. So Matthew actually picked these out, which was so funny because he always lets me kind of do the deciding. And when we walked into HomeSense and we saw these, he was like, oh, I really like those. So I went ahead and I bought like 4 of the little plates, 4 of the big plates. And then we actually didn't get the matching mugs with this set. Instead, we got these. And these are like everyday spooky mugs that, you know, when my parents are over, they're just perfect for a latte or a cup of coffee. And I'll just show you, like, they're very gothic. So it has these little skulls in there, and then this sort of gothic sort of print going around it. And I just love these. And they're black on the inside, so they match these. So the only thing that was unfortunate is they only had 2 of these. So I only have 2 so far. Matthew's been drinking out of these pretty much every day for his coffee. So they're the perfect size. And so I've been going around to different HomeSenses in the city to see if I can find at least 2 more. So I'll have a full set of these, but I absolutely love them, like with the little skulls. So these were perfect. And then, as a lot of you guys know, Matthew and I have spooky charcuterie boards pretty much every weekend. Usually Saturday nights when we have our date night and put on a spooky movie, we have our spooky charcuterie. And I also saw these little plates. So these are like little kind of dessert plates, I guess, or hors d'oeuvre plates. So this is like a salad plate, a regular size salad plate. And then these are like super tiny. So like you can get your stuff off the charcuterie board and, you know, sit back on the couch or whatever. But I absolutely love these, like with the little skull and the roses. So there's actually a flatware set on Amazon that very much goes with this pattern, and so I think I might buy those for myself. So the other thing is, I do have another set of spooky dishes that I bought last year, and it was only 2 bowls and 2 salad plates. And it was kind of like that Royal Stafford, like their Halloween line that they put out every year. And usually I only took them out like for special kind of like date nights or whatever, if we had company. And I'm like, you know, like, we're gonna use our spooky plates all year. for regular stuff too. So I thought this was perfect because we have kind of like just a standard black, and then we have a little pop of color with the skulls. So I absolutely love these. And then of course we got the mugs. So we got these black everyday ones, and then I got my first actual spooky mug or Halloween mug of the season. So it's this little ghosty, and she's holding on to a jack-o'-lantern. So I absolutely love her. So she is definitely like a cappuccino type mug. Usually for my tea, like when I have a tea, I use the giant ones, but she's just perfect for just like a cappuccino or a regular cup of coffee. And I have one that kind of matches this, but it's a mummy, and he's holding on to a jack-o'-lantern as well. So I thought they were the cutest little set. So I went ahead and picked up this one. I've been getting so many spooky mugs. I think I might just get the one this year. We'll see. Like I said, this is like everyday stuff, so I don't really count that as a spooky mug. But this one might be my only one this year. We'll see. But yeah, she's super, super cute. Okay, so let's talk about some of the artwork. I went into Michael's, and I really loved the artwork sort of offerings that they had this year. And I know there's been a bit of back and forth with, it's AI generated and whatever, but I mean, for the most part, everything, like, you're not really going to avoid AI generated stuff around. If I see something and I like it, I'm gonna buy it. So the artwork that I bought, like I said, is all year round, and I actually have two of the kind of the backlit portraits, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be returning those because my witch portrait that I had from last year from Michael's, I took her out of my Halloween bins, and she's on the wall upstairs in my living room. And I only got her last year, and already, like, it's not the batteries, it's like the lighting in it is starting to go. And I'm like, these things are not cheap. So I'm probably, the two that I bought this year, I'm probably going to return them and invest my money in some other types of artwork. There's a witchy shop here that has some really nice artwork. But I really loved this particular one because, of course, it's a witch. Obviously, it's very vintage looking. But I love the frame on this, and it seems like I've been very much in a black and gold mood in the past few years. If you guys saw one of my hauls last year, I have like a Medusa kind of mirror. It's oval, and it's black, and it has gold snakes in it. And so I got this one. She very much accompanies that sort of thing. And I'm going to be doing like a gallery kind of wall in my living room, and it's right next to where my husband is building his hearth for his wood stove. So we're going to be painting in there, and I wanted to get some artwork and a mirror and stuff to put up on the wall. So I went with that one, that particular witch portrait. And I also got this one. I thought she was super beautiful. Sorry, it's very washed out here with the lighting. But very much out of the palette of like the black and gold and the dark. But for Yuletide, I wanted to switch out a few things and have it a little bit more wintry in that area. So I went ahead and grabbed her. She's not one of the backlit ones. So she was really, really pretty, I thought. I'm not sure, I can't remember if these are like those ones that they say is like AI generated or whatever. Pretty sure they probably are. And then this one I'm still on the fence about. So we talked about the backlit, like this is one of the backlit portraits, and it's a spooky house. It was not cheap. Let me see if I can find the price on here. Oh, this one wasn't too bad. It was 30 bucks. But again, like, I don't want to buy something that's only going to last a year, and then it's you know, it's just going to be gone, and you're not going to be able to light it up at all. So I'm on the fence about this one. The other two I'm definitely bringing back, but we'll see about this one. But I mean, it's still a beautiful portrait. I love any kind of like Victorian or Edwardian style homes, of course. So again, this was something I would have bought to put up during Yuletide and just sort of switch out from the darkness to a little bit of a wintry sort of theme. So those are the 3 pictures that I have right now. Might be going down to 2, but we'll see. And then also for Michael's, I got this piece, which is one of my favorites. It's like a wraith. It's very Lord of the Rings feeling. Sorry, I can't get it all like in one shot here, but just the ripples in the robes and the way that she has her arms crossed, I really loved. And the fingers are like really elongated here. It does light up. It has like an LED candle in here. So I've been lighting her up at night and just putting on like my orange lights around my TV and stuff. So I thought this piece was really beautiful. I just love the folds in the robe. And again, you know, it just kind of breaks up all of the darkness that I have in my house and puts a little bit of a lighter feel, but still, of course, being spooky. So this was one of my favorite purchases this year. But then at HomeSense, I found a really amazing piece, and I'll get it for you now. Sorry, it's quite heavy. I'm gonna see if I can get this in one shot. It's this piece. So it's like a hooded figure. It's the silhouette of a hooded figure, and it's heavy. Like, this weighs a ton. It's solid metal, and she has her lantern here. So we've just put in a little LED candle in here and light her up. And she is a banshee, and so it very much sort of goes with the whole wraith kind of theme that I've been finding everywhere this year. Sorry, I had to put her down. She's super heavy. So I got this piece at HomeSense, and one of my favorite movies of all time is Darby O'Gill and the Little People. It's a Disney movie set in Ireland, and it features a banshee, and she scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. I'll see if I can find a little video clip to put in here for you guys.
The banshee!
So, you know, she scared the crap out of me, and she was like an omen of death and everything. And there's a little spot on my stairs upstairs where she is going to reside. I just love, again, the folds and the cape, and like there's no face or anything. So it just gives this whole spooky sort of feel, I have to say. And I absolutely love this. So again, all year spooky piece. But I love when I walk into places and there's unique pieces. It's not just, you know, the regular jack-o'-lanterns and, you know, spiders and skulls and all of that. I really wanted to get some unique pieces this year and be a little bit more choosy with what I'm buying. You guys know that I'm paying for a lot of tattoos right now, so if I'm buying something, I really want to love it. And I was blown away by this particular piece. And the fact that it's just all metal, it's not plastic, was awesome. So then this week when I went to HomeSense, I lucked into the Banshee last weekend, and I was like, oh, I wonder, are they going to have any new offerings? And I got this, what would you call this, a deer skull on like a stick, again with the kind of the gold detailing. And if you look really closely, like there's some symbols and stuff carved in there, and it's really sort of spooky looking. So again, this is number one, going to be an all year round spooky piece. It's going to go in with my decor that I'm doing in my living room, and of course once I get going on that, I'll bring you guys along and, you know, bring you in there so you could see it. But the other thing is, I always wanted one of those like ram skulls or whatever on like a stake, and usually they're pretty expensive, and you know, it's just the regular white ones. So I really love this piece because it's got the gold, like I said, in there, and it was only 20 bucks. Like, you know, I mean, I'm willing to pay $19.99 for just about anything spooky to put in my house. So, did I call this a deer skull? It's definitely not a deer. So anyway, it's definitely not a deer. So ram, skull, whatever you want to call it. I was really pleased with this one. And then the last piece for the decor is I bought a new mirror. So like I said, I do have the one with the Medusa kind of snakes on it, but I wanted to have another one for my actual living room. One is going in my foyer, one is going to go in my living room. And I absolutely love oval mirrors. Like square ones, yeah, they're fine, rectangle, whatever, but there's something about oval mirrors that I love. And I've been looking for this specific style for quite some time. So it's absolutely gigantic. So I'm just going to insert a picture here that I took yesterday, and so you guys can see it. And I mean, is there anything that would be more my style? I don't think there is, absolutely. So I found this one secondhand on Garage Sale, which is like a virtual garage sale we have here in Canada, and compared to the prices that I saw online, that I definitely got a good deal. So super happy with that, and really excited to start doing some redecorating and everything in my living space. We haven't done any painting or remodeling or anything like that since we moved in 2015. So really super excited to start making my place my own, and you know, get a little bit of dopamine decorating, which is all the rage these days. So super excited about my mirror as well. And then yesterday, Matthew and I went for our very first trip to Spirit Halloween for the year, and they still have a lot that they have to bring in. There's only, as far as I know, there's only the one location open so far. But the reason why I wanted to go was because last year I left it too late, and when I went to get my spooky shirts for the year, they were sold out in my size in just about every single style that I wanted. So I wanted to make sure that I got in early, even just for like, you know, to get my horror shirts, because I always get 2 or 3 horror shirts every year. Matthew is starting to tell me like it's getting to the point of being ridiculous. He's like, you own so many horror themed shirts, but I don't care. And I mean, he doesn't really care either. He knows I love it. So totally unplanned, but all 3 of these are Scream / Ghostface themed. And but when I looked at the styles, there's still a couple of styles, like 2 or 3 styles that I would like to get, but these are the ones that I really wanted. So the first one is this one. So it says, let's make a slasher movie, and it has Ghostface, and what does it say on the bottom? Ghostface home video. So a black one. Of course, pretty much all of my horror t-shirts are black, so I got that one. We actually did our annual rewatch of Scream last night to kick off spooky season, and it was so much fun. I live for certain movies that I rewatch every single year, and Scream, being one of my 2 favorite horror movies, was definitely an important night. So that was the first Ghostface one. And then don't love the color, but I wanted to get one of the Bloody Disgusting limited edition ones. So it says presented by Bloody Disgusting, and it has the Scream, like the front of the DVD there, and some blood spatter on the bottom. It says chilling to the bone, and then on the back it says fear the ghoulish white mask in Scream, possibly the greatest opening scene in a horror movie of all time, and one of the best overall horror scenes ever. 1996 Scream. This 1996 slasher dissects the patterns of the genre with a self-referential wink while going for the jugular. Don't answer the phone. So we've got Drew Barrymore on the back. Now, it has a controversial statement on here, because is Scream the best horror movie opening of all time? In my book, it's not. It's the second best horror movie opening of all time. And if you can guess what my favorite horror movie opening of all time is, then you know me far too well. So give me a hint down in the comments if you know what my favorite horror movie opening of all time would be, if it's not Scream. So I wanted to get that one. Like I said, don't love the color. I don't love anything that's like white or cream. Obviously, it's gonna wash me out, but I loved the design. And it's actually really thick. I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed with the quality of the Spirit Halloween shirts this year. They're a little bit thin, I'm not gonna lie. The Stephen Rhodes ones still look pretty good, but the actual Spirit Halloween ones are a little bit thin. So, you know, I don't know. For the price that they're charging, like these are like 35 bucks Canadian each, or $32.99. You know, when you're paying, you know, almost 35 bucks for a t-shirt, you want it to be pretty good quality. So the last one that I got, and it'll be the last thing in this haul as well, Matthew almost fell over when he saw me buy a pink t-shirt, but it's still on theme, right? So we have Ghostface here with hearts, and it's done in the style of the burn book from Mean Girls, and it says, "Let's watch scary movies." So I figure if I wore this and I had either like a long sleeve black shirt underneath or had like a zip hoodie over it, it'll kind of cut down on the pink a little bit. But of course, you know, we had to keep it on theme, and I was surprised I bought a pink shirt too, I'm not gonna lie. But I love it, and the good thing is that I'm actually down a size now as well, which makes the offerings a little bit more varied. You know, usually in the bigger sizes they only have a few and they sell out very, very quickly. So I was super happy to get at least 3 of the horror t-shirts that they had there to add to my collection. And you know, it was totally a fluke that they all ended up being Scream themed. So that is everything I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to try to get back into the regular cadence of posting videos. There's going to be an update video coming as well. I'm not sure when, that we're going to talk about some stuff, talk about how the year is going. I haven't done my mid-year book freakout tag yet, but I wanted to get into that. And the Haunted Victorian Book Club is going to be coming back. Sprints are going to be coming back. So, you know, now that I'm kind of out of the craziness and I'm starting to get my head wrapped around what's going on with me, I hope to get back into shooting some videos and watching some other great videos as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the haul. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a question or comment down below, because you know I love chatting with you guys. But until next time, stay spooky, everybody. Bye.